Hello everyone. Today I'll show you my first races on Formula VEE, as I didn't fancy the short oval this week and Formula 1600 is too fast for me at this point in time. So I'll start with the basics. I'll apologize in advance for the 1080p video as my 4040p monitor just fried the other day. I captured this on my second monitor. Things should get back to normal by the time I start working on my next video. I also want to address a comment I got on one of my older videos, and it hurt my feelings. Yeah, I know, man, and I'm sorry, but I'm doing my best, okay? I'll improve with time, don't worry, and don't hesitate to give me feedback though, as I try to improve as much as I can. Now, back to simming. I'll rant a bit about this, as it might interest a few of you, as I play in the background the first race in Formula VEE. I'm in the process of upgrading my sim setup and will go from my trusty G27 I'm currently using to a Moza R9 direct drive base and CS V2P steering wheel with CSL Fanatec pedals I have already upgraded. I went to Moza for most of my setup as I heard bad stuff about Fanatec shipping and customer support. But as I couldn't find a decent set of pedals on their store, I got the Fanatec ones. My point with this is the following, and I have no clue if it's a constant thing or an isolated incident, but I ordered the Fanatec pedals 2 days after I placed my Moza order, and the pedals arrived in a week. The Moza wheel arrived at some point this week on the 16th, but the R9 base didn't. And the brake pedals arrived on the 10th. So I sit here with this sexy looking wheel that I can't use. No idea why the hell it takes so long, but it's pretty bad in my humble opinion. To have parts of an order arrive, then have to wait for the rest. I mean, I placed one order, not two. I expected a big box with smaller boxes inside, you know, containing everything. But whatever, I'll keep you posted. We talk about my first impressions with the direct drive wheel when it finally arrives for sure, and how it fits on my Placeit challenge, if it can even hold the R9 base without too much flex, if I break my fingers and so on. So far though, I am not impressed by Moza, and to me it looks like one of their strong points is just marketing. I can talk a bit about the pedals though. It's hard to get used to these load cell pedals, because even with the weakest elastomers that have a hardness of 65 kilograms, I feel my pedal support of this Placeit challenge will break at any moment. I'm sure I'd break it with 85 kilogram elastomers, and besides that, it seems way too excessive. Perhaps for a guy that weighs 130 kilograms and it's a bodybuilder and has a solid rig, would have no issues pressing that brake pedal, but for me at around 90 kilograms, even if I have decent calf muscles, I struggle holding it, let's say at 80% without shaking. I get what people say about these pedals though, but it takes a while to get used to them. This will be my first time, so let's see if I manage to not lock the wheels too much. I'm pretty sure this car doesn't have ABS, so yeah. In the background you saw footage of my first race on this week's track, Lebanon circuit. I figured I should just stop with the practice laps footage. You just need to know that I always practice before a race, for a day or so. The good news for complete beginners is once you start racing, you'll pick up a new track or car faster and faster, so it will get better, trust me. This car first and second gear are only used when you're really slow. Otherwise, third and fourth gear is all you need. I still downshift to second from time to time, and then I sometimes spin, okay? Even if you downshift from fourth to third, you can spin. I struggle with doing consistent laps because it's about the throttle control more than braking with this, so no guide will teach me how to do that. It's about the practice and learning the car. I'm happy I'm only 5 seconds off a very good lap time, so I think if I cut 2 more seconds of my 141s, I can go for a race. I managed to pull off some 139 times, so that's 3 seconds off the real good times on this track, so I hopped in my first race. In practice I only managed 140, but it should do if I stay out of trouble, and I qualified 5th. Then green lights went up, and I realized I didn't have a single start with this car. No race against AI or anything. I always started from the pits. So at first everyone passes me as I spin too much. it's okay, as I don't want to smash the car in the first lap anyway. I try my best to keep my line and not go out, and I even catch a slip.
Clear.
Next corner a few people kiss and I try to avoid it on the outside, but the oblivious number 10 has the same idea somehow, and of course he crashes into me because yeah, why not? Good race, man, thanks. The car seems in good condition though, so I guess I'm good. I go pretty slow for a while, I really need those temps to go up a bit, and he spins out of the second to last corner of the lap. As you can see on my stupid mug, I'm quite happy for not having to work for that spot. I start pushing the car a bit, but there comes the corner I can't seem to be able to take on this track, with any sort of consistency at least. And then my favorite part of Lebanon, it's a high-speed bumpy right turn followed by another tight right. I need to carry as much momentum as possible through all this for big lap time gains. I missed the apex by a mile, but hey, you'll see this all the time in these races. I mean, I know where I want my car to go, but yeah, I'm just a rookie, okay? Then is this left-hand corner that's over a hill, making my beginner hands sweat every single time because I don't have any turn markers. The next corner is pretty technical, I don't seem to grasp it just yet, but thankfully there is no penalty. At least I nailed this last part of the track. I'm not too fast, but I have a decent entry and exit line, and I feel I kept decent momentum through all of it. 1:42 is a below average time. My best was 1:39.8 or something, but it's okay. No need to push it too much if the speed of the drivers around me is low as well. I'm amazed my car was not damaged in the first lap, accident anyway. Lap 5, I close the gap to number 2 and we have a huge almost 20-second lead to the guys behind. I botched this corner again, but in the next one I gain a bit as I always seem to do. And then I throw all that good work away because I didn't want to cut the corner. With all those mistakes I still managed somehow to have better pace than the next guy. I mean, we are doing mistakes left and right. It's so easy to gain or lose time in at this skill level. My only hope at this point is for this guy to screw it up big time, because no way in hell I'm going to overtake him, especially with only one lap left. I keep gaining on him but until I think I'm having a bit of a draft, but being the last lap I don't want to screw it up. So P5 is fine for me. At this point I can smell his sweat, but sadly it's a bit late. A good driver could still make something happen in the second to last corner here, but yeah, I'm not one of those. He screws that turn completely and I got scared and locked my wheels for a second, thinking we are just going to crash. That would have been very unfortunate. Yeah, you can even see my frustration. But as I said, P5 with only 4x as my first race, I can't really complain. And now looking at times, my frustration increases a bit as I clearly see I got a way better pace than that guy. Maybe if we had one more lap, man. Oh, good, at least I got good safety rating in this one, and to my surprise the guy in front of me has a B license. Jesus. To race in the lower splits you really have to have some very bad races, as the game starts you on 1350 iRating I believe, and that puts me in the third split.
Green's out, green flag.
Race 2 now. I qualify in P4. I got a decent start, better than the first one anyway, but with cold tires I spin out I spin out in the second corner I believe, like a muppet. So I end up last. The next few corners were a graveyard and I gained back 2 spots. Looking ahead, I'm pretty much back with the pack at the end of the first lap, so it's not all that bad after all. I keep getting closer and closer with the next couple of guys as they keep making mistakes while fighting each other, but I don't go all in because I don't want any trouble. And I even back off a bit in lap 3 as number 9 seems all over the place at times. He overtakes number 10 and I stay close looking for an opening, but I just can't get past that guy.
On your left.
At least we didn't screw each other up as we left ourselves more than enough space for each maneuver. It felt like racing for once.
Clear on the right.
Then at the second to last corner I failed to see an incident in time where someone was out of control and number 9 planted his car into him. Yeah, I had nowhere to go when I actually realized what's going on. I'm visibly frustrated with this, god damn it. Number 9 in front of me at pits accelerates like a maniac and almost crashes in the pits. Anyway, I got no clue how to do the fast repairs in this game, so I need to research that a bit because I'm pretty sure we have one in this series. I managed to finish 9th, still got a bit of safety rating gain, so yeah. There goes my second race in Formula VEE in iRacing. Stay tuned for the next episode. Will I be able to go out of rookies in this car in a day? Thank you for watching and until next time, take care and see ya.
Checker flags out.